guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video guys, I want to talk about some of the candy items for Royale High. I don't know if anybody noticed this, but it was brought to my attention and I just decided to talk about it in today's video. But before we do, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications so you never miss a video, because we're on the road to hitting 9,000 subscribers on YouTube and it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe and help me out. Now let's get into today's video. So guys, if you go into the candy shop, you will be able to see that there are some accessories that used to be free that are now costing Robux. I mean, not Robux, but they cost candies. And basically, as you guys can see, if I scroll all the way up, you guys, this item, the Nightmare Cavern Lantern, says now for sale. This item, you guys, used to cost 0 candies. This was a free item. I don't understand why it costs candies now, but it used to be free. Some of these items you may be wondering how were they obtained. There are some of the candy items that you can literally obtain from the Candy Hunt 2019, and it's just baffling to me because it's just like Royale High, I felt like did not need to do this. I don't know if people were asking for those candy items to come back, but they never used to cost candies at all. And now all of a sudden they do cost candies. Now I feel like this was completely useless. I don't think that they should have done this at all, especially like also the candy bag up here. So you see how there's this new candy bag? Guys, candy bags used to be free. Now they cost diamonds. I mean candies. I literally don't understand. I feel like this is all out of spite. Like, I made a comment on Twitter talking about like, is this out of spite? I kind of feel like it is, because it's like, you know, the candy bags used to be free and people are gonna tell me like, oh well, you know, the candy bag is expensive now because it's the toggles. But if you guys look, there was a candy bag from like 2022 and it's the not the bat candy bag, it's the cat candy bag. So it's the one all the way down here. So if you scroll all the way down, this candy bag from 2022, this bag has toggles. So it's definitely not because of the toggles. I feel like, you know, this was out of spite, and this is something I wanted to talk about in today's video. But back to this. What was the point in this? Like, that's what I want to know, because it's like, these items used to be free. Now the steampunk wings for some reason cost 13,000 candies. This doesn't make any sense. Why would you make a free accessory overpriced? I feel like you could have made this so that it wasn't so expensive, because now players who didn't have an opportunity to get it for free now have to pay even more just to get access to these candies. I feel like it doesn't make sense, and I don't think it's fair at all, especially since we already have them. I just feel like this at no point makes any sense at all. Like, there was no point in making any of this cost candies. I feel like, you know, we already have lots of, you know, items in Royale High that were free. We got most of these items. If you didn't know, some of the items that we obtained were from the Candy Hunt. So there's no reason why these items should cost any candies at all, especially since they were free. You could get the steampunk, what do you call it, wings from the Blackwood Manor like questing. Basically what you had to do was that there was a maze near Blackwood Manor, and basically you had to go into the maze and you had to like get to the center to find the steampunk wings and get the badge. And I ended up getting the badge. I think I have it somewhere, but it's just like there's no point in having, you know, items that already cost candies again. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I think this is what I got. So I beat the maze and I got the steampunk wings for free. I don't think it makes any sense at all to make this cost candies. I just don't think it makes sense at all. Like, I feel like, you know, we already have like so many accessories and stuff like that. I feel like you could have just kept this either off sale, because does that mean that all the other items in the future, for example the winter items, does that mean that all of these items that were free are gonna cost diamonds too? Like, I feel like it doesn't make sense, and I don't feel like it's fair. Obviously you could set your advent calendar to be different years for, you know, the Royale High event, but I just feel like this whole thing just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they would do this. I'm not really like, I don't really care about it, considering the fact that I literally don't like, you know, I don't really care much about like the Halloween update. In all honesty, I already knew it was going to be overpriced and expensive. That's the reason why I didn't really care about like playing it and all. But I just feel like this whole thing literally makes no sense. Like, I can see why, you know, the skull bag goes on sale, or even the vampire crown, but some of these items we literally obtain for free, and I just don't see a point as to why they cost diamonds. Especially, like, let's say you're somebody, I get it maybe because of the set, but I feel like that could have been obtained already, maybe through a free chest. I just don't think that this makes sense at all. I feel like this was like not a good idea on the developers' part. I'm not one to tell the developers what to do, and that's not my intention here. I'm just saying, like, you know, it doesn't make sense to make items that were literally free cost diamonds again. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And making the lantern, of all things, like, making the lantern 15,000 candies is so overpriced. And you guys may be wondering, well, why is the broomstick so overpriced? The broomstick used to be an item for players back in like 2021 and 2020, or I don't even know, either 2021 or 2019. There was something where Royale High players could go. Any player who had the Fly on Earth Game Pass got a free broomstick. And basically the broomstick had many different animations when you would fly on it, and it was just something a lot of Royale High players wanted. So it became in big high demand. I think I even got one. I think I got the Fly on Earth Game Pass, but the Game Pass was deleted so that they could make everybody fly on Earth. But basically it was a rare like accessory, and that's why it costs so much, you know, candies now. Just because, you know, you were able to fly on it. So it says, a magical flying broom driven only by the most advanced witch and warlock students of Royale High. This rideable accessory was given during Halloween 2020 for having the Fly on Earth Game Pass. And that's why it's, you know, costing so much now. It used to be just a really nice accessory and everybody wanted it, so they bought it back, but they made it insanely, literally impossible to attain. If you guys don't know, there's only 31 days, not months. There's only 31 days in October. If there's 31 days in October, and we're barely given any sort of way to farm in Royale High besides like the new mini games that we have now. But if you are a Royale High player and you're like going from 2019 and back, if you were playing, you know, the Blackwood Manor and doing all of that stuff, it would literally be so impossible for you to, you know, be able to farm candies. Even now, it's still very hard for a lot of players to obtain candies, and I just feel like this whole thing literally was such a bad idea. You know, like, they should stay free. I don't think anybody should purchase them. I don't think you should waste your candies on these items, especially since, you know, they were once free. If anybody comes up to you and tells you like, oh, these items are worth so much, please don't let them make you believe that. I can promise you, I don't think this lantern is worth anything above like 2,000-3,000 candies, especially since it was free before. I don't remember what exactly it was free from, but I already had this in my inventory. I did not spend 15,000 candies for this, and I really hope other players don't take advantage of the Royale High players who really want to, you know, be able to buy these accessories. So yeah, please do not let anybody make you believe these are like rare. They're not rare at all. Like, literally everybody in the community has them. Ask them if they can get the accessory for you, because I guarantee you we won the steampunk accessories like at least once or twice. It was the same pair of wings last year, and it's likely that many players have the same one. I was only able to get it once just because, you know, I didn't complete the maze the year before that, but I can guarantee you there's at least 4 or 5 players who have these, and I haven't seen many players wearing them at all either. So that's how I definitely know it's not going to be that high in demand. So if you can, ask a friend who has these items and see if they could trade it to you, because you definitely should not pay more than like 5,000 candies for any of these. But that's all I have to say, you guys. Honestly, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in my next one. Bye guys.